Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Trust you guys are doing well. Hey, just wanted to do a quick fun video for you guys today, talking to you about rear backup cameras and a new partnership that we got going on with Camera Source, which is super exciting. Now, right now, at the time of shooting this video, it is late summer. We're gonna be going into fall and winter here. A lot of us are gonna be doing leaf cleanup, snow removal, buying new trucks, new trailer, a big investment season for a lot of us in the lawn care landscaping industry. And one thing, as you guys can see, is that I got my dump insert about a year ago, but as you would imagine, it eliminated the stock, the standard tailgate with my Ford F-250 truck. And with that came the rear backup camera. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do a lot of snow removal and especially working with big trailers. I'm always anxious to know what's behind my rig, what's behind my truck. So without further ado, I want to talk to you guys and show you guys the basically 1 year review that we have on the Camera Source rear backup camera. All right, let's check it out.
Make the ground shake.
Alright guys, well if you're new to my channel, I'm all about helping you guys grow a more successful business so you guys can go out there and crush it. And specifically, we do that with reviews, how-tos, just vlogs and everything in between. So if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit a like up on this video if you guys enjoy it. What I wanted to spend a few minutes on, like I was saying earlier, was the rear backup camera from Camera Source. Now, I will say this, these guys are a brand new Brian's 10 partner, so if you guys are interested in picking one of these up or any of the other backup cameras that fit your truck or your trailer, the promo code Brian's 10 does save you guys 10%. So how cool is that? Now here's the deal. When I picked up my dump insert, I was actually pretty anxious and pretty apprehensive about the whole purchase. And it wasn't really anything to do with the dump insert itself. It was really my blind spots and my visibility. Now this is a big truck as it is. I have a huge Boss 9.2 DXT plow on here. And one of the biggest things that I wanted to make sure was that we weren't damaging things. We weren't running into mailboxes or light poles or you know, handicap signs, right? And so when I lost my original tailgate for the dump insert, I also lost that rear backup camera. Now, I wanted to make sure that if possible, I could still use the in-dash camera for the truck without having to have an extra screen, an extra monitor. I didn't want to have to screw into anything, rewire anything. I didn't want to have to go to an install shop, right, and spend 250 bucks after dropping, you know, 3-4 grand on the dump insert. Hopefully you guys can understand where I'm coming from. And so what I did is I went online, we looked at a bunch of rear backup cameras from Amazon, Camera Source, and a bunch of other websites. And when working with Camera Source, I had great customer service. I had some questions and I was emailing that back and forth about some different cameras here. And so far, really good people, all right? Let me show you guys the rear backup camera because I know that's what you guys are most interested in. And a lot of you guys might know, maybe you don't know, but this right here, if you guys can see it, so I don't have really good lighting, is where my rear backup camera actually is. So right here, this little aux cable goes all the way down and underneath. And in fact, this is the same auxiliary cable for the camera for the tailgate. So when they take off your tailgate, you guys can see, we got the little mounts right here. When we take those off, this little cable underneath, let's see if I can get underneath here for you guys. Let's see if you guys can see this underneath. I got a huge camera underneath the truck, so work with me here. But this wire here has a little clip, and there was actually an extension piece. I'm not sure what that was on it. It might just be an adapter to go with the tailgate. So I had to take the original white cap off, and then we got to the original wiring harness down here. Now, we're able to, like I said earlier, just literally plug and play right out of the box the rear backup camera from Camera Source and plug it into the stock aux cable for the in-dash screen for our truck. So we didn't have to rewire anything. We didn't have to run a second wire or add a screen to the dash, you know, that could get cumbersome up there on the front of the truck and on the dash. Now I will be honest with you guys, even though you can't really see them, he's right there. These cameras are not cheap. They're about 200 bucks. It just depends on which kind you get, which kind of truck you have. If I wasn't mistaken, there was a product selector, which was really cool. So that way it can kind of narrow it into what kind of rear backup cam you need for your specific truck. This one did have two different options. There was the heated version and the non-heated version. Now, I'm curious to know if any of you guys have used any of the Camera Source products over the years, or you know how they've held up for you guys. The screen hasn't bugged out. We've went through car washes, we've power washed it. It's been through a winter, crazy heat with the summer, so on and so forth, and still great picture quality. We've never had any pixels burned out or anything really of the nature that's went wrong with the camera. But I'm curious to know if you guys have went with the heated option or the non-heated option. For me personally, this was the non-heated option. I think it was like 20 to 40 bucks cheaper. I just figured I'd save a few bucks, so that's why I went with that option. But like I said, let me show you guys how we installed it. So here's our aux cable that we have going down here. And then what I did, again, work with me here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. All I did was, before we installed the whole guy, we did 2 little pilot holes into the little angle iron here for the dump insert. And if I'm not mistaken, yep, we screwed in on the back end and with a little bolt and screw into the angle iron from the base of the Camera Source camera. Now, you guys can see mine's pretty dusty, a lot of dust and dirt roads that we're on up here in Michigan. We have a little visor here, so if you guys happen to put it you know, underneath the truck somewhere, maybe somewhere around the license plate area, you could put it anywhere on the dump insert. You could probably put it up on top if you wanted. There is a extension cable, if I'm not mistaken, that comes with this. It might be, don't quote me, maybe 3 feet or 6 feet. I'm sure they have a bunch of accessories that you guys could also use with it. But as we're backing up, I'll show you guys the inside of the cab. Let's see if we can show you guys what we got access to. And again, pardon me for the dirty truck. All right. Let's start it up. And again, one of my biggest concerns was not having to have a second camera up on top, or screen, something in the mirror, something up top, anything down low. Any of you guys have been work trucks and plow trucks, you know how it goes. So let's do this. All right, so that's the screen. Let me shut the door. A little bit less noise for you guys. All right, and you guys can see the screen quality here. I mean, it's as good as the original rear backup camera. I have it pretty centered in with that, with the hitch. That way we got a good field of view. I don't know the exact angle. It's probably, you know, 120 to 180 degrees here, whatever it is. Now, as you guys can see, one cool feature is that you can still have the radar on for the rear backup camera that can still alert you. Those sensors are in the bumper more than likely, so it doesn't disable anything once you take that tailgate off for my dump insert. So the Camera Source camera can still work and complement with the original rear backup system, which is awesome. So anytime that we're using the system at night, we've never had an issue backing up into, you know, light poles or mailboxes when we plow snow. It's worked great for us. So again, my biggest thing was keeping the functionality of the screen and not having to have anything aftermarket on the dash or even down low while we were plowing snow. All right, guys, so here's the screen at night. Quick little cutaway here, and that is the rear backup cam at night. How cool is that? So that's the image that we get to work with at night. You guys can see there's quite a field of view there, very well lit. The rear backup lights, the brake lights and the white lights illuminate really well on my truck, and it's just a very clear picture. I mean, you can see the garage over there for the other buildings, the hitch, you know, tons of visibility. So this is what we use when we're backing up at night, when we're plowing snow and doing the whole deal. So it looks really good at night, for any of you guys that were wondering. Again, I think it's a really good buy. It was 200 bucks, but I'll tell you what, it saved my butt 100 times over. You know, I'll tell you straight up, here's the best example I can give you guys, is that when we first got the dump insert and we were doing leaf removal, I had the dump insert for about a month before we started plowing snow, and that would have been our second season plowing snow. And we actually got a clipper system, like, you know, 2 or 3 inches came through. I remember like it was yesterday, and we ended up having to go out and plow snow. We got snow like the first week of November last year. It was crazy. And here's the crazy thing, I did not have my rear backup camera just yet. I figured I had about another 3 or 4 weeks to shop around. I wasn't dragging my feet, it's just we got winter like the first week of November, right? And I remember plowing snow, my commercial lots and my residential parking lots, or driveways I should say, without a rear backup camera. And if you're an OG and you're old school kind of guy, I get it. You know, you're one of those, just use your mirrors, blah, 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 okay? But you know, technology also exists and you're able to use a rear backup camera. I got on the shtick that week. I remember ordering a camera from Camera camera source and installing it, and my anxiety and apprehension went, you know, down 100%, which was a miracle. It was a lifesaver. So anyway, camera source, again, they're a partner on the channel, Brian's 10. The code will work on a majority of the products, the rear backup cameras, the lights, so on and so forth. If you ever have any issues, just shoot those guys an email or a phone call. Great people there. But again, this isn't like sponsored or anything like that. It's just one of those deals where, hey, we got a new partnership. Hopefully we can save you guys some money as well with the Brian's 10 thing. So, all right guys, camera source, the rear backup camera, check out the rest of their systems. If you guys are in the market trying to figure out what to do with your truck, especially if you're getting a dump insert, or you know, you just have an older vehicle that needs a rear backup camera, they can help you guys out. All right, over and out guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, shoot a big thumbs up. If you guys want to check out some other awesome videos here, definitely check those out, and don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.